tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Texans going up against the Colts. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a cut to the left sideline. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Indy. 72 yards. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
So second and goal here from the 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
To throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver from 4 yards out. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And his kick is right through. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Spinning past him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
False start, offense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll go on the ground. Always got some breathing room. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll set up to throw, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans defense heading back out now, ready to get their cracks again. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect, because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway, because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
It's not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway, that's for sure. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Left to throw now on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Looking to throw. Deep drop. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there at 22.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. About 3 yards there to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. In the red zone this time.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go. 3-19.
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-3 the score. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz, and they go past you, and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot, right exactly where you were running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got some space here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. That's good enough. For a first down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Back nine it up, Billy. Here we go. Turn it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Colts send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Texans are going to have a first.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Watch it now, Barney,
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Their big tight end from 21 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone, and that's exactly what they accomplished.
They accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Now back to throw. Surveying the field. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he may want to have a few words to say to us about that later. But I am still going with you on that one.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts have timed things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
And it's up and good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Backing up. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time. Look at the time. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Let's go! Boom, landed!
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their big tight end, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, little 360.
Oh,
and he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. In a tight ball game here, and in these close ones, every drive becomes magnified.
And we don't want to overuse the word critical, but it feels that way as they head out there for this possession. They need to get the ball back and give their offense a chance to get them totally back into this game.
We'll see if the defense can do just that here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Texans take possession. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Colts have an edge in time of possession right now. The Texans look like they'll be in this game for 4 quarters. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Colts with the football early in the first. Here he'll look into the end zone, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. They strike first in the half. Texans on 2nd and 7. Pass into the end zone here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Texans going up by 6. Texans take it at the 11. The pass will be caught over the middle, and he caps the drive with the score. Texans on top by 6.
All right, Larry.